to this episode of the Edge Whitetails. October 25th, a little after 6 a.m. We're headed to the east side of the river. It's a morning hunt, so we're going to be coming in from the east side of the river. It's a long walk. I'll cross the river, and then I'll get into the stand. It's a way to get in without blowing the deer out of the field. So follow along this morning. We got a little bit of an adventure to get in there, but a little bit of light rain. Temps in the 40s right now. It should be a really good morning. So hang with us. It's our first morning hunt of 2025.
Welcome to the Edge Whitetails. So we're working our way in, and it's a long walk, but to not blow them fields out, this is the way we got to do it in the mornings. And I've tried other ways, and just got to access from the east side and cross that river, which the river's really low right now. It's basically a creek, but I still got to wear my hip waders, so a little uncomfortable in that aspect. But we're going to go to a stand this morning that I call the pond funnel. It's basically at the bottom of that pond that you see in the food plot videos. It just everything kind of pinches down there. It's a nice scrape. I've got that natural food plot with the oak tree there, and we're going to see if we get a little action. This morning is also the pheasant season opener for Iowa, and I know the property to the north typically gets pheasant hunted, so that could push a few things around too. So all in all, a little light rain coming down. It's supposed to move out. It's going to be cloudy. Should be a really good morning. I'm walking in just a sweatshirt because this is such a long walk that once we get to the tree, I'll add some layers. So don't want to get sweated up. That Nomad keeps you so warm that on a deal like this, you could get pretty sweated up. So hang with us. There we go. We'll actually cross the river twice. Like I said, the river isn't really rivering right now, but it's enough that I got to have my hip boots on. You can see that rain coming down, and we got a tree in our way here too, so I got to make sure I'm not going to get too deep here. I'm going to try and get up out of this hole. Maybe the river is rivering. There we go. Just had to get up out of that wash. Ooh, a little tiny bit of water coming in. That's the price you pay. Hopefully that doesn't slow us down this morning. All right, round two of crossing the river. Like I said, I got a little bit of a wet boot, but not too bad on that last deal. My first time doing this each year is always a little bit of a struggle bus. But I'll have a good map out of here, thanks to my Onyx, when I leave today. And we won't have this issue in trips coming up. So rain's still coming down. Just a nice light rain though, nothing too crazy. So like I said, we're gonna slip into the pond funnel, and I think we're gonna have ourselves a good morning. All right, so made it to the stand, and check here. Yep, we're mic'd up. Okay, as you can see there, I tried to pull the bow up one-handed and get a cool shot, and that didn't really work, so I had to cut the camera there. But Rain's coming down pretty good. I put my extra layer on, and I even brought an extra layer with me if it gets a little chillier later. We'll put that on too. I came in nothing but a sweatshirt, and I still got warm because to get in on this east side, it's about a 1.5 mile walk, and like I said, you got to cross the river twice. So, gonna really mark my river crossings better on the way out, and we'll use Onyx to do that. Um, Typically, this time of year, I really talk Onyx up. Coming in from long walks like that, that really is such a good tool. It pinpoints right where you're at through GPS. You can see the boundary lines, you can see everything in an aerial view, and it's just super helpful on mornings like this. So check it out at Onyx Hunt on the App Store, and you won't be disappointed for sure. But anyway, enough of a sales pitch there. Um, where we're set up this morning, we've got a southeast wind, very, very light southeast wind. So much like when I hunt the food plot, that wind's just going to kind of pound up towards the pond here. Now the pond's a lot further away than what we're typically used to on the food plot, but still, it's a really good wind to hunt this on. It's not really blowing into either of the bedding areas, and it's not really blowing where they're coming from the fields. So again, the whole purpose of coming from the east side and doing this long, long walk was to not blow every deer in the cornfields out there out when we came in. So as I said earlier, Iowa's pheasant season opens this morning. I know off to the northwest of us, that property, a bunch of switchgrass out there gets pushed. So they could bump something out of there. A couple years ago on one of my videos, you would have seen that really nice 10-pointer got pushed in here and almost got a shot. So kind of one of those deals where you utilize where you know other people are going to hunt. So I'm going to settle in. I'm going to grab something to drink here and calm down from that walk. And we won't be too long. It'll be light out. Hopefully it's a fun morning. As you can see, it's still pretty dark. It's 7:15. Rain's still coming down. Wind's pretty much out of the east, which is actually really good. It's just kind of blowing off to my right a little bit, and with the rain coming down, I feel like our scent should be pretty hampered into this one area, so should be good. I'll get a little bit better footage here in a little while when it lightens up better, but we've got the big oak tree that we turned into a natural food plot, mowed it out underneath, added just a little bit of clover and chicory underneath of it, and I feel optimistic here. Like I said earlier, in the dark, it was an adventure getting in here, but it's a brand new spot that I put up in March last year as well. I've hunted back in this area before, but it took a while to figure out a good tree that covers everything in here. So we've got it now. And first time hunting this, so pretty cool. All right, so we're finally getting some daylight here, and been getting entertained by listening to some wood ducks over here on this little backwater that we got that comes up off the river. Can't get any footage of them though. They're just over the bank, and it's interesting to listen. Oh, I don't know if my microphone just caught that, but it's interesting to listen to their sounds. I do waterfowl hunt some. And this morning, I'm learning a little bit about the sounds I need to be making when they're loafing on the water and feeding. There is a bunch of oaks in here, and they love acorns as much as anything. So, anyway, this isn't a duck hunting channel. So, one thing I want to talk about today, though, is scrapes. And we have a perfect example of hunting scrapes here in late October. 1, 2, 3. That's not a scrape. 4, 5. That's a lot of scrapes under one tree. And I know they've been getting worked. I've been seeing it on the camera. And one thing about scrapes, early on in my bow hunting years, and as I said, I'm on year 30-ish, somewhere in there, 31, 32 maybe. Hard to believe, but early on, I thought scrapes were one specific buck would open up a scrape, and those were his scrapes. Over time, I've learned that's not the case. Basically, every whitetail in the woods uses those scrapes. Every buck will come check it out. Every doe will come check it out. They're really a community gathering. That's why I utilize mock scrapes a lot too. And one of those down there started as a mock scrape, and now they've opened up a bunch around it. So you can probably tell my head's kind of on a swivel in here, because literally in any direction a deer could come from right here. This is like just an intersection upon intersection. So really neat spot to sit. Like I said, listening to the wood ducks. This will be, not only is it a good scrape spot, and you're going to want to hunt them scrapes now until probably that November 2nd, 3rd-ish, right before they start really seeking and chasing. Scrapes are going to be really productive. This area is also going to be a really good rut funnel because we're on the backside. We're on the backside of the East Thicket. We're east of the East Thicket. And in my east here, that's a backwater right there. And that's where the wood ducks are at right now. So this is just a big funnel. And then just up to the north is the pond. So it's a major funnel, major travel corridor to get to where they want to go. We've got the bedding right next to us, and we've also got the hinge cut bedding is back beyond that backwater right there. So just a dynamite spot for bucks to be traveling. I'm hoping there's some out on their feet this morning, but that's always how it goes. Like I said, we're a vlog style channel, so you're going to get to see the slow days and the great days. But we're settling in. It's just now, I mean, like I said, it's just now light. So hopefully we bring you some deer action, but I wanted to really talk about them scrapes this morning. So, like I said, right now is the time. a doe and her yearling there. Um, they actually came from the way that I came in. So, like I said, I had head on a swivel in here most of the time. So, big doe, she's going to be one that'll be sought out here pretty soon. So, still got her fawn with her though, so she's not quite there. Definitely keep our head sharp here though. Big doe like that walking around, you never know. Might have a buck following her, so still waiting on something to check these scrapes. It's now a little bit after 8, so pheasant season is open, so I don't know with it being so drippy if guys are going to be out in that field to the northwest of us or not, but we'll find out if I hear some shots before long. So all in all, pretty cool morning. It's definitely feeling like fall, but unreal how green the woods is yet. It's so hard to see any distance yet. We had one frost yesterday, and actually 2 frosts, one yesterday and the day before. And it doesn't seem like it must have frosted very hard down here because everything's still super green. Leaves are still locked onto the trees. So we're going to still hang in here for a while and see if we get any more action. It was good to see some movement though this morning. We're hanging in there, October 25th. There's one there right at the bottom of the pond, just like I thought how they would come around. So that's encouraging on this spot too. Another doe. Got plenty of does for these bucks to be after for sure. Attracted into the property with all the food and habitats. Believe me, we got plenty of bucks. I just haven't really had any on camera for you guys yet. But that's about to change, I feel like. Oh, Ricky Raccoon there is running late this morning. Like he was in a hurry. I did see one more deer. Couldn't get on camera, but it was just a small doe. Looked like it was spooked by something that was over there further to the east in the river bottom. I don't know. There's across the river, there's duck hunters and everything else across the road. You do hear some distant shots and things like that when I hunt the property down here in the morning. You know how the smaller deer are. They could have got spooked by a phone. So, all in all, it's been a pretty good morning. I'm hanging here a little bit longer. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wish I wouldn't have got my boot wet. That is not comfortable right now, but I'm dealing with it. So I'm gonna hang for here for a bit yet. We're not gonna wrap this up yet. Well, it's a little after 9, and I've got a handful of things I got to get done today, and then we've got a wedding to go to this afternoon. So y'all know how life goes. We got to do things. If it was next weekend, I don't think I'd be going to that wedding, but we're still just a touch early in this ball game as far as the rut goes. So I'm gonna slip out of here and get a few things done today. But like I said, with that wedding, I'm not gonna be able to hunt this evening. But we'll be right back at it tomorrow morning and then tomorrow evening, and then pretty much full throttle from here on out. You're gonna at least see an evening hunt through the week. I've got it worked out with my work that I get out of there early each day and get in the woods for an evening hunt each day. So we're going to be going full throttle here and follow along. pay attention to, we've got our subscriber giveaway coming up. When we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to give away a mossy oak hoodie, $60 value. And we're going to draw from our subscribers once we hit that 500. So if you're already subscribed, thank you. But share this. We're going to get that done. So share it and, spread the word. We want to get more and more viewers. We appreciate all of you that view this. Like I said before, we're a vlog type channel here. So you're just going to get to see the highs, the lows, everything. You're going to follow us along. So, or the edge whitetails on October 25th. 2025. I'm Eric Johnston, and get outdoors.